Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. May I please have your attention? In just a few moments, our graduation ceremony will begin. We are all guests this evening in this holy and sacred house of worship. We respectfully ask that all present this evening conduct themselves with a measure of reverence and dignity that will reflect our belief that we are in God's holy presence. Please do not shout at any point in the ceremony. Please do not get out of your seat to take any photos. All photos should be taken from your assigned seat. At this time, kindly silence all cell phones and other electronic devices. And we thank you for your understanding and cooperation. Please give your attention to Dr. Arama Lopez, who will address us in Spanish.
Muy buenas noches, damas y caballeros. Deseamos recabar su atención por unos minutos. En breve iniciará nuestra ceremonia de graduación. Todos somos recibidos y bienvenidos a esta, la sagrada y santa casa de adoración. Como una expresión de reverencia y deferencia, les recordamos que estamos ante la presencia del Señor. Muy respetuosamente les solicitamos que conserven un tono de voz adecuado durante la ceremonia y que permanezcan en sus respectivos asientos. Si va a tomar fotografías, es menester hacerlo desde su espacio. Finalmente, apreciamos que silencie todos los teléfonos celulares o aparatos tecnológicos. Gracias por su colaboración y comprensión.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, again. Please rise and join us in welcoming the class of 2022. please remain standing for the national anthem and for the opening prayer. The invocation will be delivered by Eric Fernandez.
Dear God, we give you thanks as we stand here today as graduating seniors. We are ever grateful for the education we were able to receive, the friendships we were able to make, and all the good memories we made together. We are thankful to our parents and all those who have supported us through our years at Lasalle. Thank you for your guidance along the way, especially during times of turmoil like the pandemic. Most importantly, we are thankful that we have been able to attend Lasalle and experience the brotherhood we've shared. Let us always remember that we entered Lasalle to learn, and now we leave to serve. Amen. St. John Baptist de Lasalle, live Jesus in our hearts.
Please be seated. On behalf of the faculty, staff, administration, and Board of Trustees, we welcome you all to the 173rd commencement exercises of Salle Academy. We are gathered at St. Patrick's Cathedral to congratulate, to honor, and to say goodbye to the young men who will be formally graduated from our school this evening. Class of 2022, I say a special welcome to you. Yesterday, during your baccalaureate mass, the gospel reading said this: "You are the light of the world. Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." That is you today. Tonight, you are the bright light of Lasalle Academy. You are the bright light of your family. Families and friends, welcome to our celebration of your shining stars. Tonight, we get the privilege of honoring the hard work and dedication of these young men that they've put in over the past 4 years. It's the crowning moment everyone in this church has worked for. This night is about them, but it's also about you. It takes a village to raise a child, and the Lasalle Academy Village is populated by every person in this cathedral. Graduates, you have faced many trials and tribulations over these 4 years. You took a path that none of us would have predicted, but you came out victorious. I want to let the real stars of the night shine, so I just have 2 points to make. First, graduates, another piece of yesterday's Mass gave us words from the guidance of St. Paul. In the passage that Alex Dale read at the Mass yesterday, St. Paul told us this: "Do not worry about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, let your requests be made known to God, and the peace of God will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus." Class of 2022, I want you to hear that. Do not worry about a thing. You are on the precipice of the next phase of your life. Put all your requests in God. Take faith in the lessons that you learned at Lasalle and go forth with confidence, knowing that God's peace will guard you. The second and last note I want to end on is one I've begun to say over the past few years at each graduation. St. Lasalle says that to touch the hearts of your students is the greatest miracle you can perform. I'm incredibly proud of the administration, faculty, and staff that I hope have done this for you over the past 4 years. What I know for certain is that you, the class of 2022, have touched our hearts, and we are all the better because of you. Congratulations, gentlemen. I could not be more proud of what you've accomplished, but more importantly, of the men you have become. Let your light shine before all. Now let's get on with the show.
It is my pleasure to present the salutatorian of the class of 2022, Joshua Rockamora, who will greet you in the name of the graduates.
St. John Baptist de Lasalle. Live Jesus in our hearts. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lasalle Academy's 173rd graduation ceremony. What you just witnessed is the Lasallian brotherhood, an unbreakable bond. We have been saying this prayer for the last 4 years at the beginning of each class, each school event, and at dismissal. This is what makes us brothers. With the assistance of faculty and staff, we Lasallian men demonstrated vitality, exemplary performance, and unwavering commitment under the most unusual and most difficult of circumstances. To the class of 2022, be proud that you have earned yourself a seat here today, paid for by your diligence and sacrifices. I am touched to see all of you here today, along with your parents, the administration, and staff, faculty at this momentous event. I am sure all of you are excited to start the next chapter of your story. You all worked hard for it, but we did not work alone. Let's take a moment to remember the people and experiences that helped shape who we are today. We all lead different narratives, leading to different obstacles and lessons learned along the way. Here are some of mine. One of the first lessons I learned at Lasalle was love and selflessness. To those who were part of the Asian American Club, you know firsthand the love necessary in making the club possible. Everyone donated what they could
to make our little celebrations of culture and diversity fun and exciting. We shared food, interests, laughter, and stories with each other. Miss Morales would always pitch in, even if she went home without pocket cash. I asked her why she would do that. She told me that her sacrifices were worth it because she made others feel loved and happy. Through her and the Asian American Club, I learned the value of selflessness. The science department taught me curiosity and enthusiasm. Mr. Rosich, Ms. Morales, and especially Mr. Nearing, thank you for helping me find my passion in biology and appreciate the environment. Ever since freshman year, science have captivated my mind with such a strong grip that for the first time, I enjoyed learning and sharing knowledge. Mr. Flax, I will never forget the fun times when Jake, Max, and I came after school to jam out in your room. My friends and I explored music thanks to you. Through our exploration, we learned that music is a medium that can be shared without words. Speaking of alternate methods of expression, Ms. Amara, thank you for showing me the many ways I can express myself through art. Your classroom was both a sanctuary from stress and a learning ground for how to better deal with the world outside that sanctuary. Art taught me that not just accepting, but embracing our differences makes our brotherhood even stronger. No matter how valuable art and music are in self-expression, the English and Language Department proved that nothing replaces the written word. Communication is key. Thank you, Ms. Tony, Ms. Dowd, Mr. Kraus, Ms. Romanowski, Mr. Perez, and Dr. Arama Lopez for your dedication to language and literature. Ms. Tavera, thank you for exposing us to a new language, coding. Ms. Tony, especially, you encouraged me to overcome my fear of big responsibilities and taking on leadership roles. I'll be honest, I initially wanted to decline the position of editor-in-chief for the Cardinal newspaper. However, you gave me confidence in my abilities to lead and write. Running a newspaper was a thrill, but it gave me many moments of panic. Luckily, Ms. Fields, Ms. Mosulo, and Ms. Sonaro, your offices were my panic rooms. Whenever I feel stressed and in need of comfort, your guidance was always there. Now on to Ms. Mosulo, the original Ms. Mosulo. Even when I struggled in math, I knew I could always come after school to seek your help. Ms. Carlson, you taught me to stay on top of things no matter how overwhelming they may seem. Ms. Ritsu, am I in the proper dress code? I hope so. Thank you for always helping me start the day right at homeroom. Starting the day right always helped me make the most of the rest of my day. Coach Hackshaw and Coach Washington, you showed students that practice in sports is just as important as practice in academics. Mr. Schaller, thank you for teaching us consistency with warm-up exercises every gym day. Sports taught us persistence and discipline. Those lessons we brought with us into the classrooms and will take them with us next year to college. Thank you, Mr. Hurley, Mr. Sagan, and Mr. Murphy of the History Department for making history come alive. Mr. Sagan, the correct thing to say when someone sneezes is bless you, not don't do it again. You taught me that humor brings people together. No matter how late my assignments were, Mr. Murphy, you taught me to give second chances, and you always allowed me to turn them in. Mr. Esteves and Mr. Pena, you both strengthened my faith. Brother Thomas, Brother Richard, and Brother William, thank you for being prime examples of brotherhood. Miss Conroy and Mr. Stark, thank you for always keeping an open door and setting time aside despite your heavy responsibilities. You both taught me to keep an open door to those who might need our help. Miss Santos and Miss Santiago, you always greeted me with a smile. Mr. Chin, thank you for leading me down the right path here at Lasalle. Finally, Mr. Pennell, you always know how to set our behavior straight. No matter how scary you sounded to us at times, we know that you are one of the most kind-hearted people there is. To the auxiliary staff in the Finance and Development Office, even though we may not see you as often, we know that without your service, Lasalle would not function. One last thing. This graduation ceremony is a beginning, not an end. It is the beginning of taking the foundational lessons of brotherhood that got us here, lessons of love, sacrifices, curiosity, open-mindedness, empathy, humor, and care, and sharing them with the outside world. It is the beginning of taking the resilience everyone in here developed, living through a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic, and channeling that resilience when we face whichever obstacles we may face in the future. It is the beginning of showing our commitment to brotherhood when it is not so easy. When we no longer see each other every day, when we prove our bond is unbreakable. It is the beginning of exemplifying Lasallian brotherhood through our actions, our commitments, and our words. None of us went through this journey alone. We had each other, our families, friends, teachers, and the Lasallian administration and community supporting us all the way. Class of 2022, please stand and face your parents behind you. Parents, all of you deserve to be extremely proud of your sons. You pushed these gentlemen to become who they are today. The 18 years you have spent guiding these men pays off. They will become leaders in society, making bold changes in the world. They will continue to make you proud. Class of 2022, give a heartfelt round of applause to your parents. Thank you. I would now like to say thank you to my family members, especially my mom and dad. Mom, you made so many sacrifices for me. Whenever I felt my best wasn't good enough, you helped me overachieve. Dad, you gave me confidence to do my best and be ambitious. As I continue on this journey in life, I will make sure to make you even more proud. Congratulations, class of 2022. We finally did it.
It is now my pleasure to present the valedictorian of the class of 2022, Frank Reyes.
Trustees, faculty, staff, administration, family, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2022. Good evening and welcome to our graduation ceremony. Thank you all for coming to celebrate this special day with us. Gentlemen, we're finally here. After 4 years of high school, we're at the end of the race. Man, how hard we fought to get here. All those late nights of doing homework, projects, and studying have paid off. I'd like to personally congratulate every one of you for making it to this important night. I wouldn't be speaking to you as the valedictorian if it wasn't for you all. Whether you know it or not, you're the reason I'm up here today. Thank you. When we walked through the doors of Lasalle in September of 2018, we were clueless as to how high school was going to turn out. Who knew loud noises would be something that would bring us all together? All the oohs and the ahs from when a chair would fall or from when someone dropped something. I'm sure you remember when our behavior was intolerable and how we were a troublesome class. It might have felt like the teachers and administrators were coming for our necks, but they were just preparing us for this moment. They were preparing us for this moment. I'd say we've all matured into better versions of ourselves since then. I'll also always have fond memories of early dismissal, especially when it was unexpected. It was 10 a.m., and it was announced that the boiler had stopped functioning and that we were to be sent home early. We were all cheering. You could feel the school rumbling upon receipt of that great news. Then COVID hit. We finally got a break from school. It was the forbidden vacation that everyone had asked for. We would first be out for a couple of days, then an extra week, 2 more weeks, until eventually most of us were out of school for over a year. It got to the point where everyone was asking to go back to school. I'd say about a third of my classmates were back in the building when the school opted for a hybrid-style attendance. When we returned in person, we instantly started cracking jokes again as if nothing had happened, interacting with one another like when we were freshmen. It felt great just to be back together again. Then, suddenly, we became seniors. This was our last chance to make up for lost time. After so many months away, it was like we were freshmen again, but we weren't. Even though we were struggling with things like complying with the dress code, we also had to face the challenges of getting accepted to institutions of higher education. During our time here, I can say that each of us helped the other in some way or another. Whether it was in a big way or in a small, unnoticeable way, we are accountable for the other's achievement. For what it's worth, I'm proud of you. Even though we may have our moments, the level of immaturity we were once at is something we've outgrown. We've become disciplined, distinguished individuals because of Lasalle. We are young men prepared to confront whatever trials and tribulations await us. I have faith in you, my brothers, that you will all do great things from here on out. This isn't a farewell. It's more of a may we meet again. This school will forever remain the one thing that brings us together, regardless of our differences. To those who came to celebrate this day with us, thank you once again for your attendance. I'd like to thank all of the faculty, staff, and administration for all of your hard work. I'm grateful for the education and the encouragement I've received throughout these 4 difficult years. I'd like to give a special thanks to Mrs. Mosulo for your assistance with the college process. Congratulations again on the baby. And most importantly, my family for always supporting me through high school, especially my parents. I love you too. Congratulations again to the class of 2022. The best wishes to you and your future endeavors.
We will now present the recipients of the special awards for the class of 2022. We ask that the recipients of these awards come to the altar to receive your award when your name is called. The medals for general excellence for the class of 2022 will be conferred by Brother Thomas Casey, President of Lasalle Academy. The gold medal is presented to Frank Reyes. The silver medal is presented to Joshua Rockamora. The medals for excellence in religion will be conferred by Mr. Vincent Estevez, Chair of the Religion Department. The gold medal is presented to Ralphie Fajardo. The silver medal is presented to Daniel Estevez. The medals for excellence in English will be conferred by Ms. Patricia Toney, Chair of the English Department. The gold medal is presented to Frank Reyes. The silver medal is presented to Joshua Rockamora. The medals for excellence in a language other than English will be conferred by Dr. Arama Lopez, teacher of the Language Department. The gold medal is presented to Frank Reyes. The silver medal is presented to Alejandro Alvarez Luna. The medals for excellence in mathematics will be conferred by Ms. Yvette Mosulo, Chair of the Mathematics Department. The gold medal is presented to Joshua Lin. The silver medal is presented to Joshua Rockamora. The medals for excellence in science will be conferred by Mr. John Nearing, Chair of the Science Department. The gold medal is presented to Joshua Rockamora. The silver medal is presented to Abiola Laguda. The medals for excellence in social studies will be conferred by Mr. Patrick Murphy, Chair of the Social Studies Department. The gold medal is presented to Alejandro Alvarez Luna. The silver medal is presented to Frank Reyes. The medals for excellence in visual arts will be conferred by Ms. Molly O'Mara, Chair of the Fine Arts and Technology Department. The gold medal is presented to Joshua Rockamora. The silver medal is presented to Eric Marmolejos. The medals for excellence in music will be conferred by Mr. Glenn Flax, music teacher. The gold medal is presented to Jack Walsh. The silver medal is presented to Jamal Carrillo. The medals for excellence in technology will be conferred by Ms. Daisy Tavera, technology teacher. The gold medal is presented to Carlos Apreza. And the silver medal is presented to Xavier Guzman. The Leadership Awards for Executive Student Government will be conferred by Ms. Kerry Conroy. The medals are presented to Carlos Apreza, Aaron Parajon, and Frank Reyes. The Attorney General of the State of New York Triple C Award will be conferred by Brother Thomas Casey. The Triple C Award is in recognition of strength of character, courage, and commitment to bettering yourself, your school, and your community. The Triple C Award for 2022 is presented to Ralphie Fajardo. The following awards are voted on each year by the faculty and administration, and they are our highest honors. The Lasalle Academy Alumni Medal for Leadership and Scholarship will be conferred by Mr. Jerome Pennell. This young man is a fine example of the intersection of leadership and scholarship here at Lasalle Academy. He is a member of our student government and has been ranked in the top 5 academically over the course of his Lasallian career. He addressed us today as a valedictorian and is the fine example of servant leadership in his selfless approach to assisting all members of our school community. The medal is presented to Frank Reyes. The Signum Fidei, or Sign of Faith Award for service to school and community, will be conferred by Mr. Vincent Estevez. When we refer to vocations, we immediately think of religious life. Vocations refer to what are called to do, and this young man has answered the call to be of incredible service to our school and community. We wear the crest of the school on our shirts each and every day that reads, Signum Fidei. This young man is not only a great example of faith, but also of service and excellence. He addressed us today as salutatorian, and he has assisted with the Art Expo, the yearbook, and anything else that is asked of him. The award is presented to Joshua Rockamora. The Brother Brendan Fitzgerald Memorial Award for Lasallian Charism will be conferred by Brother Thomas Casey. This young man has truly grown and developed over his time here at Lasalle Academy. His generosity and authenticity are qualities that he puts on display daily to the benefit of everyone at Lasalle. He is truly a team player, sacrificing and refining his own personal aspirations to be of service and assistance to our school. One of the best qualities he exhibits is his incredible humility. He wants to see the best outcome at all times and will put forth great effort to contribute to them, but wants none of the credit. The award is presented to Alejandro Alvarez Luna. And finally, our most prestigious honor of the evening, the St. John Baptiste de Lasalle Medal for loyalty and achievement. This will be conferred by Ms. Conroy. This young man embodies what we teach each and every day. He has answered the call to assist in any capacity that is available. An outstanding academic student, our student government president. He led a group of students who almost daily tutored struggling students in multiple subject areas and wanted nothing in return. He takes to heart one of our core pillars: enter to learn, leave to serve. He has already begun to serve and has done so with grace, humility, compassion, and excellence. His work ethic is the model for others to follow as we believe in educating the whole child. This young man has embraced that practice and taken that baton to lead his class and be an incredible example of the charism of our founder. The St. John Baptiste de Lasalle Medal is presented to Carlos Apreza. The graduates of the class of 2022 will now be presented to the president and the principal of Salle Academy. Gentlemen, please rise. Brother Thomas and Miss Conroy, I certify that the young men standing before me have satisfactorily completed the course of study prescribed for this school by the University of the State of New York and by the Superintendent of Schools of the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of New York. Therefore, I respectfully request, by virtue of the authority vested in you by the Board of Regents of the Sovereign State of New York, by the Reverend Brother Provincial of the District of Eastern North America of the Brothers of the Christian Schools, and by the Board of Trustees of Lasalle Academy, that you confer upon these young men the diploma of Lasalle Academy. Gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and relatives of the class of 2022, it is the moment we have been waiting for. I will call the names of each individual graduate to come to the altar to receive his diploma. As I announce the names, I will also indicate students who have attained certain academic status. Using the Latin term for honors, students who have a 4-year average over 95 with no failures will receive the distinction summa cum laude. Students who have a 4-year average between 90 and 95 with no failures will receive the distinction magna cum laude. Students who have a 4-year average between 85 and 90 with no failures will receive the distinction cum laude. And so, Brother Thomas and Miss Conroy, it is my pleasure to present to you the members of the class of 2022. Alejandro Alvarez Luna, magna cum laude. Carlos Apreza, summa cum laude. Michael Salvatore Armando. Gerald Bamfo, cum laude. Julian Barnes. Sachel Angelo M. Bernal, cum laude. Matthew Bustos. Jamal Hassan Carrillo, Jr. Alexander Lee Dale, cum laude. Travis Matthew Deval, cum laude. Danny Alexander Diaz, Jr., cum laude. Jacotti Evan Diaz. Alexander Estevez. Andres O. Estevez, cum laude. Daniel Rey Estevez, magna cum laude. Ralphie Fajardo, magna cum laude. Eric Fernandez, cum laude. O'Brien Flores. Isaac Garcia, magna cum laude. David Gill. Joshua Grados, cum laude. Aaron Corey Gray. Xavier P. Guzman, magna cum laude. Christopher Hurley, magna cum laude. Abiola David Laguna, summa cum laude. Charles G. H. Lee, cum laude. Conan Kwon Wa Lee, magna cum laude. Joshua H. Lin, magna cum laude. Carlos Alberto Lorenzo, cum laude. Joshua James Lewis, cum laude. Eric Marmolejos, magna cum laude. Tanis Lorenzo Alvarade Martinez, magna cum laude. Ernesto Martinez Ariza, magna cum laude. Joshua A. Mercado. Mariano Troy Mitchell, cum laude. Antonio J. Palermo, magna cum laude. Aaron Alexis Parajon, magna cum laude. Maximo Ethan Penacuya, cum laude. Michael J. Perez. Aiden Xavier Ponce de Leon. Kenneth Ray Prophet, magna cum laude. Joshua Marco Ramos. Frank Riquelme Reyes, summa cum laude. Joshua A. Rockamora, summa cum laude. Elias Rodriguez. Adriel Jose Rondon. Jared Samuel Rosado, cum laude. Brian R. Rosario. John Richard Ruiz, magna, cum laude. Jean Carlos Suarez, cum laude. Carlos Daniel Tapia, magna, cum laude. Brian Trejo Martinez. Angel Christian Vasquez, cum laude. Jake Oleg Volkov, cum laude. Jack D. Walsh. Daniel Yi, summa cum laude. Graduates, please rise. Please turn your tassels from right to left, signifying the successful completion of your Lasalle Academy of your Lasalle Academy course of studies. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2022. Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to present the president of Lasalle Academy, Brother Thomas Casey.
Good evening, everyone, and Lasalle Academy class of 2022, congratulations. To those who are with us in person and to those who are joining us remotely, welcome to St. Patrick's Cathedral. What a blessing for us to be in this magnificent, historic, and famous sacred space. It is the Cathedral Church for the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of New York, and a place where there's a side altar on the north side over there in honor of St. John Baptist de Lasalle. And how fitting that we have that reminder of his presence with us here this evening as well, as we seek his intercession on our behalf. And I say congratulations not only to you graduates, but also to all who accompanied you on your journey to this day. Thank you, parents, for entrusting your son to us. And also to family members and friends for encouraging these men. Thank you to my colleagues on the faculty and staff and administration who worked with competence and compassion on behalf of these young men. Thank you to the leadership of the brothers in the District of Eastern North America and to our Board of Trustees members for their guidance, encouragement, support, and prayers as we went about our mission down on the Lower East Side every day. And thanks to our benefactors, whose generosity enables us to provide an affordable Catholic school education. Enter to learn. What have you learned in your years at Lasalle Academy? Your report card, your transcript, purports to provide an approximate answer to that question. But it's not just facts and skills that you have gained. You have learned more than what is reflected in those grades. There are the values and the relationships, too, that are part of what you've learned. The way you choose to live and the people you choose to associate with indicate something about what you have learned as well. The values that you have woven into your identity define your character. And you men have had challenging times within which to define and affirm your values. Joshua Brakamora and I had a conversation last month, and we spoke of disruptions as a word that might aptly capture the reality of your high school years. Certainly, we can recall the uncertainty surrounding the implications of a global pandemic, the unfortunate and at times tragic fracturing of our social fabric, and the untimely and sad death of one of your schoolmates. Yes, our familiar routine at Lasalle was met with unfamiliar disruptions, and especially during the last 3 years. I invite you to consider how you have responded to the disruptions you have encountered. Well, you're here and you are successful. I choose to describe you as resilient. The dictionary defines resilient as tending to recover from or adjust easily to misfortune or change. Resilient. You guys, as teenagers, seeking to establish your unique identity and understand your place in the world, you've had to deal with some intense challenges and learned some lessons that often are left to mature adults to make sense out of and grapple with. Nevertheless, you have not been deterred. You're here. That's huge. You have embraced the fragile gifts of your own life and experienced life together in the brotherhood of our school community, both virtually and in person. You have participated with commitment on LaSalle's teams and clubs. You have embarked on your studies with a desire to exceed and excel. And looking at the impressive list of colleges and universities that have accepted you into their freshman class, we have evidence that you have done so very successfully. I hope you agree with me that because you entered through the doors of Salle Academy, you have learned a lot. What happens now that you have walked out? Leave to serve. That's more than my hope, guys. It's my expectation, it's our expectation. It's part of our 174-year history as a Lasallian school. A requirement of 80 service hours spread over 4 years is a humble start. I challenge you, as you move forward, to ask yourself how, in cooperation with our Creator God, you will use what you have experienced and learned at Lasalle to transform history into God's reign of justice and love. Here's that challenge again. How, in cooperation with our Creator God, will you use what you have experienced and learned at Lasalle to transform history into God's reign of justice and love? You know, St. John Baptist de Lasalle, in his writings and in his life, drew great inspiration from the Bible. He sought to contribute to God's reign of justice and love, which he ultimately did through education. You men, as graduates of the school named in his honor and nurtured by his heritage, testify to the success of his transforming work. The movement that John Baptist de Lasalle started in France in 1680, that came here to New York City in 1848 and took shape as Lasalle Academy, was fueled by faith in God and familiarity with the Bible. Lasalle really liked the writings of St. Paul. And when St. Paul wrote his letter to the Thessalonians 2,000 years ago, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 15, always strive to do what is good for each other and for everyone else. You are being sent out to serve, young men from LaSalle's class of 2022. Please take that seriously, and please keep learning. God bless.
Thank you, Brother Thomas, for your comments. Thanks to all of you for joining in our celebration this evening. At this time, I ask that you please stand for the academic procession and remain in your places until the procession is complete. At that time, you may exit and join the graduates outside the cathedral. Thank you.